Has Shopify dropshipping actually died? There are so many horror stories out there where people would fail miserably attempting to do Shopify dropshipping even a few years back. But then again, there are also plenty of outliers out there who have successfully managed to scale their Shopify dropshipping business from 7 to 8 figures. Now let's find out today if Shopify dropshipping is still a viable business and if it's still possible to be successful in this area. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jandy Cerezo and I am a successful e-commerce owner, investor, and most importantly, a full-time dad. I drop weekly videos on e-commerce, dropshipping, finance investing, and also online business. Today I'm gonna cover the topic, is dropshipping actually dead? Let's roll back to 2018 when I first started in the dropshipping space. Back in 2017 to 2018, it was a lot easier to find winning products and many people deemed it as the gold mine days. The reason being is because people were able to just create a Shopify store, get a product from AliExpress, post an ad on Facebook, and generate sales from there. And it was so easy, you didn't have to think about any of the fundamental marketing that we look at right now. You can simply post a photo ad or a simple video ad that you can get from your supplier, and you would generate 3 to 5 times return on investment. And it was crazy times. People capitalized on this and people earned millions and millions of dollars even as a beginner. Another advantage was finding and testing winning products. It was so much easier and you can pretty much advertise anything on Facebook. Now in my experience, year by year, from 2018 up to 2022, it got a lot tougher. Except the COVID days. The COVID days, there were a lot of people shopping online. However, back in 2020 and 2021, when Facebook started announcing about the iOS change where they would stop tracking people, and there were a lot of uncertainties at this time, and definitely 90% of the dropshippers were eliminated. The reason for that is because it was a lot harder to get your return on investment when advertising on Facebook, as you weren't getting as much data as before. The reason for that is because if customers opted out from getting tracked, then the purchases that they get from your advertising won't be recorded and you're pretty much running blind. You don't know where your sales are coming from or if you are getting sales at all. And hence why 90% of the casual dropshippers were eliminated. Now there's still 10% of us who were able to push through and manage to create a successful dropshipping store even now. However, it wasn't all happy sailing. 60% of my store I had to shut down and I focused on 2 dropshipping stores which I turned into a branded store. Now let me just remind you guys that dropshipping is only a fulfillment method. It's not really a business model, which means you can also create a brand out of it. There were many things that I had to do and did just so I can survive through the iOS change and all of the changes that's happening in the world. One of the changes that I did was I created an online team. I hired virtual assistants and I also trained a lot of people so that we can continue to run our business. It doesn't mean just because you're dropshipping, it doesn't mean that you can't create a brand out of it. I'm still doing a hybrid dropshipping where 90% of my products are dropshipped and 10% of the product is in stock in USA, which I also have Amazon FBA for. Now you can also do this for yourself. Another thing that I had to do was create a relationship with my suppliers in USA and in China. In USA, you can also find local suppliers so that you have that fast shipping to get rid of that mindset that dropshipping AliExpress will take about 2 to 4 weeks in on average, and that creates a bad customer experience. Try find ways to be able to find a better customer experience by cutting the shipping time. I was able to do that. I found local suppliers that will ship out the products for me within 4 to 7 business days. Now, the most important thing that I learned was the marketing fundamentals. Learning this skill enabled me to take my business into the next level. I was able to compete with other brands just because I learned the fundamentals of marketing. So I guess by now I have answered your question. Shopify dropshipping is not dead, and it's simply a fulfillment method which is going to be there forever. I'm going to give you guys 4 advices that I learned throughout the years of my dropshipping journey, which I was able to do about 8 figures in total for all of my stores. The first suggestion is focus on performance marketing, knowing the fundamentals around this area. What I mean by this is you can't simply just grab a video of YouTube or Facebook and then paste it on your ad manager and hoping that you get sales. Those days don't work anymore. Now you have to understand the customer behaviors and emotion. You have to write scripts for your videos so you can touch your customers and grab their attention and finally get them to buy from you. The second advice that I'm gonna give to you guys is focus on brand building from the start. Even if you are dropshipping, remember it's only a fulfillment method, doesn't mean you can't create a brand out of it. And to do this, I suggest that you guys look for local suppliers, creating a better customer experience, okay? Create your own online team, and also learn the fundamentals of marketing. The third advice that I'm gonna give to you guys is have an exit strategy in mind. Now what this means is after a year of running a successful dropshipping store, most of your profit will actually come from selling your branded store. And again, by creating a brand and making sure that you create processes, document your finances well, and also making sure that everything is automated, this will enable you to have a valued business, which in turn you'll be able to sell this for millions and millions of dollars if you have successfully built a brand. Now the final advice that I'm gonna give to you guys, which is probably the most important thing, is to pivot and evolve with the world. So what I mean by that is the world is changing all the time, whether if it's iOS blocking the data that you receive from them, or if we get another COVID of some sort, you have to adapt with the changes in the world. So meaning you guys have to keep learning. You have to network with other dropshippers and see what they are doing and testing. You have to constantly change. This world consists of never-ending tests, so you'll be able to survive and adapt with this ever-changing world. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and if you learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. Comment down below action taker plus anything that you learned from this video if you want to win a one-on-one consulting call with me. I'm going to be doing a lot more e-commerce dropshipping videos in the future, so make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and all that jizz. I'll see you guys soon.